So, ladies and gentle people, we are back again with a League of Villains, My Hero Academia box of cards. Big chunky box, like heavy chunky. I know nothing about this. It says they are limited edition, first print, or rather first edition, limited printing. Yeah, so you may have seen my story about Zavvi. I got these from Zavvi for a grand total of £8.49. Big chunky box for £8.49. For that price I thought, what the hell, let's open them. I have no idea what they are, what they're all about. I've never watched My Hero Academia. I know of it, but I know nothing about it. And I know nothing about these cards, so I do not know what hits we are likely to get or anything along those lines. So if you do, please do let me know. I think I watched an opening that someone else did of these and they seemed quite excited by some cards. I personally did not quite see the appeal, but for less than £8.50 I am getting a box of these bad boys. Oh, there's something on top straight away. Just one of these where you can push it in. Push it in. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. So right off the bat, we have a funky display box, which I quite like these display boxes that have the pop-ups. I might keep them. I don't know how or where I'm going to display them, but I might. Let's put this off to the side. So our first card is a terrifying injury. I never really got into anime style cartoons, shall we say, when we were a kid. It's probably sacrilege to people watching this, me calling it a cartoon instead of an anime. But I never really liked the style, even though I do love Japanese culture these days. I would say I'm still not necessarily a fan of anime style storytelling or animation. It's just never really hit with me. But that don't mean we can't have fun. A quick pack. So these are Series 4 quick packs, not for sale. I have no idea what that means. For the sake of £8.49, it ain't going to be valuable, is it? Or is it? I'm going to open it either way. That's what we do here. We be ripping. It's an easy way of opening these cards without me destroying what's inside them. Yeah, so the card stock of these is pretty damn thin. And you can already see it's like bent, but that's just life. It's not damaged bent, it's just bent. So these do have a cool hollow foil effect. But again, I have not a Scooby-Doo of the value, of any value, what I'm looking for, what they're all about. So you've got to tell me if you see anything worth money in this pack, or rather this whole box. I assume this is going to be quite a hell of an opening because it's a big old box. Right then, I will not dwell too long on opening these. I will cut through the packet opening, because I'm struggling. And we'll just smash out with the looking at the cards. So another shiny, in a limited run, one card pack so far. We have these three seemingly promo card type things. Now let's get right stuck in and let's get through it, because we have hella packages to open, like twice that many. Let's go, speed opening. Hope these packets rip better than the foils. I must be able to change my focusing so it doesn't follow the card. I see, it's like it's gonna follow. You would have thought, as a photographer who owns this camera, I would know how the video focusing worked on it. But hell no. So I assume the last card of every pack is going to be a holo of sorts, and that is your hit. So let's go. Especially we'll put him there for now. I think we'll put this underneath the pack, and then when it tries to follow it, it'll just lock on to the next card. Right. One of these days I'll do some research on the best tracking settings for video for opening cards. And finally, our holo. That looks quite nice. We got to assume that's a pretty cool card. Oh no, 2 holos. So if you know what I need to look out for in terms of what are good, what aren't good in these, do let me know, because I haven't got Scooby-Doo. Same Bakugo. Double palm shutter. Ignite. Nebulous stare. Winding armbar. Blade tooth. And onto the holos, not quite. Pump it up. Earth Beast Golem. Blade expertise and a really cool kind of fire holo. Flash fire fist. So cool. We're gonna try and smash through these a bit quicker, right? Get straight down to the holo. And oh, I just noticed that is actually holo as well, slightly. There you go, you can see it. Lost in Thought, and a Warp Gate Portal. Okie dokie. Am I supposed to put these in separate sets? I do not know. I do not know. See a bit of colour on these holos, which is cool. It's another orange one. Double overhead hammer fist. That's a fun card. It looks crazily familiar and I don't know why. I feel like I've seen that artwork before. Maybe I saw it when someone else was opening these boxes. It's a box that has a lot of her in it. Or rather, a packet that has a lot of her in it. Is that going to focus? Tracking device. We have a Tomura Shigaraki. And our holo is a Tormenting Glare. Terrifying injury. Also, we're getting plenty of repeats now, as these cards are looking familiar. Whip. And our holo is going to be Low Blow. Right, and just the one holo. So getting the 2 holos in the earlier pack is unusual, it would appear. So that's cool. You know now, 2 holos is a decent pack. And our holo prize, a Nightmare Physique. Right. Definitely seeing plenty of repeats now. 2 holo pack. My friends, 2 holo pack. We have a Warp Gate Portal, sounds familiar. Definitely seen it before, I think. But was it a holo when I saw it before? We should recap the holos at the end. Now this looks like a cool card, because this is what I assume you call a full art. I think we had a full art earlier, and a two holo pack. So that's cool, I like that. More of them please, more of them. Cool card. When I say I don't like anime style, I do not mind anime art in general. I just never got into it as a kid watching the cartoons, as it were. I thought they looked a bit too adulty. Maybe that's why anime appeals to adults these days, because the art is considered less cutesy. I don't know. You say that, everything in Japan's kawaii. Kawaii. Or kawaii, because that means scary, and then kawaii means cute, so be careful how you pronounce it. House of Cards. He is somewhere. I'll stick him there. Yes, I do like that glory stab card. I think it's just cool. The vampire teeth. I know nothing about this. I assume that My Hero Academia were school children with powers, maybe? But she's cool. She's got a vibe, isn't she? Talking of her, Ruthless Mockery. I say talking of her, it actually looks like a him. It's definitely a him. It's not a her. She fooled me, or he fooled me. Definitely not. She's very much wearing a tie and not a female school uniform. I just saw those 2 protruding molars in his mouth and I thought, they're fangs, but obviously not. And then I saw the blonde hair and I made assumptions like a twat, because I am allowed to be a twat on occasion. Thank you very much. So that's kind of cool card, I like that. Come on, play nicely. Stop following my other hand. You're still following it. And a 2 holo pack. Dun, dun, dun. Decoy duplicate. There you go, you can see the holo. And now we got a full art full art version of whoever she may be. And I imagine that is her name at the top. Himiko Toga? Himiko Toga? So that's cool, I like it. Full art, see if we get a bit of colour flare going on there without the reflection of the light. Very cool, very cool. We like that. I like that. Got my eye on a timer. I'll try and keep it under 25. I don't know if that's going to happen. We've still got a hell of packs to go. Quite like that card. There's not much going on in that one. No Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back. And last couple before the full art, or rather the holo. Da, da, da. That's kind of cool. Like the silhouette against the ice. I like that again. I love the depth based on it being a wide angle lens, as it were. If it was a photography shot, with the hand reaching out towards the camera and being bigger than the rest of the frame because it skews perspective. It's very cool, very cool. But again, we've got to stop chatting, start looking. That's a cool card as well, isn't it? Up close and personal, I say so. Another kind of almost full arty, but not holo card. Well, this one's quite quirky because the holo is really subtle. It's just on like these corner bits, and there you go, the framing around what I imagine is the garb that helps you play the game. Do you just like win everything if you whip that bad boy out? Or is he beaten by a water Pokemon? Right then, ladies and jelly spoons, this one looks quite cool, quite colourful. Agile drop, superhero landing, superhero landing. Third time seeing Glory Stab, or Gory Stab. Seen that one at least 3 times as well. That's kind of cool. I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of cool. Do I know you? I do not know, do you? He's dropping cards everywhere. See, I've always kind of avoided these kind of cards just because I don't know enough about them. The artwork's quite meh on the most part, and like the same with Magic the Gathering, I don't quite understand them. I don't know the characters. I don't necessarily find the artwork exciting. But then every now and then you get a really cool card. It's another one of these dark cards where all the corners are kind of lit. So yeah, I've never had any desire whatsoever to open Magic the Gathering. Just never appealed. If you want to convince me why I should, in the comments, feel free. And if I manage to get some cheap enough, I would consider it. I have no idea what it is, what it's all about. I just know its name. Right, not a double hitter, but we do have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy, as I like to call him. Twin Sword Slicer. Again, that's pretty cool. Because it's quite a dark, brooding set, and then you get these really kind of bright holos. He says, and then some of these cards are quite colourful, but again, that one, the actual image is like very kind of mysterious, dark. That's a cool card. Twice. Stalking her prey. And again, dark but kind of cool. Into our holo. Top Pro Heroes. On green. Have I got any green? Is green good? Do we have much green? We will have a look at that a bit later. And we'll work out what's good and what isn't, just to push this video over a half hour probably. It's very kawaii. Fancy feast. That's a cool card again. Nice holo. Very cool, very cool. Whoopsie! You know, I found out the other day that in Mortal Kombat when it says whoopsie, it's not actually saying whoopsie. I can't remember what it was saying, but I always thought it was saying whoopsie, and it isn't saying whoopsie. You learn something new every day. I'll insert the text here of what they're actually saying, but it isn't whoopsie. Anyway. What are you doing to me? Focus. Focus, god damn it. You do not have time not to focus. Right over there, right there. And our holo. Another orange. There seems to be a lot of orange. So I imagine orange are pretty common holos. Even if they're full art, maybe? You tell me? I mean, evidently yes, because they're common in terms of what I have. So that will be a good indication of rarity, I imagine, because of just the sheer volume that you get in these boxes. I used to see this dude like pop up on sites, and I genuinely thought he was some kind of weird turtle that I'd never heard of. That must have passed me by. Again, really cool card. You've got that perspective foreshortening, they call it. Kind of that thing. The thumbnail. Only joking. So yes, do like, subscribe, comment. Tell me, should I get Magic the Gathering? Should I look into more anime cards? One Piece is quite popular, I believe, but it all depends on the price really. So as I've said before, 2 seconds, top down camera's turned itself off. We're back. My top down camera only likes to do half an hour at a time. So there you go, I have hit my half-hour mark. Anyway, if you want to see me do more cards, get in the comments. I will try Magic the Gathering, like I said, if people genuinely were interested, I could get them at the right price. I do not have the Sidemen money, so the craziest boxes I've opened thus far in terms of price have been the Boys and the Green Day Garbage Pail Kids. They hurt a little to buy, I won't lie, but I wanted both of them, so I justified it that way rather than just enjoying them. Like these I'm enjoying because they're cheap, but I didn't necessarily want them. But for £8.49 I will have fun opening them. Hopefully you guys have fun watching them. Last packet, you may be glad to hear. And our holo, our very, very last holo, is one of these dark boys with the corners that are sparkly. Okay, let's have a quick look. Let's see if we can sort these into some sort of order. This is like mad crazy bulk. Like crazy bulk. completely insane amount of bulk. But for the price, I'm not going to complain too much. Bargain bulk. Let's see if we can sort these out into some kind of colour. So let's go blue, green, purple. Purple. Kind of grey, dark, grey, 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 blue. That one's interesting. I don't know what that is. It has an actual, quite an interesting pattern on the monster. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of stripy. I'm going to put that there because it has a different, in fact it has a lit orange number, like these have lit orange numbers, so I'm going to assume that's part of the orange. That's kind of part of the grey. So we have a lot of orange and only one green maybe. The orange here, orange, 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 orange. I do like the full art, so where you see this is not opaque, and then that is very much transparent. Ooh, is that a green? Because it's got a green leaf in the corner. Am I getting somewhere with these? Is that what we do? So these our greys. See if we have any repeats. I do not believe we do. Orange, which we have by far the most of. Some of these are really cool, even though I imagine the rarity is pretty rubbish of the orange, given the volume, the sheer volume that we have. We do have a repeat of the sword slicer. I think that might be the only one, so we've done pretty well. Kind of cool. Just the one there. Oh yeah, and this one, which is, looks like it's kind of on purple and he's stripy, but he's orange. He's got the orange in the top corner. Is that a good thing? Is that a rare? I do not know. The purple, as I'm calling them, it has no marking underneath the number, so I'm just going on the fact that the background is purplish. On both these are really cool. Very cool. Squid guy and Hamiko Toga. The greens, which seem to be quite rare too. Kota and the Pro Heroes. Again, doesn't look like a green card, but it's got the green leaf in the corner. Let's see if I can show you the swirly bubbles on that. You can just see the swirls coming through on that cyan kind of turquoisey vibe. That makes it pretty cool. See if these get anything similar. She has like a speckly effect on hers. And he has like an arrow in a circle. But yeah. And we have this dude which appears to be straight line, kind of silver straight line threads going through the design, which is obviously more prominent in his shirt as detail, but you can actually see it in his eyes, like running through his face. Here's a blue, and again, same thing again, this is, it's got that typical comic book lines protruding out from the centre. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, any hits? I do not know, you tell me. They were fun. for £8.50. That's a lot of bang for your buck. Half hour's worth of opening for enjoyment. Gonna be a bitch to edit down just because it's gonna be long and I've got 2 videos to layer on each other, but we're gonna go now, do some more foreshortening perspective, and I'm gonna say peace, bye bye.